The four seasons. So, we're going to look at the four seasons today and find out more information. We're going to be thinking about as we read what are the children wearing, what do you wear during those temperatures, what kinds of activities they do, what is the weather. Okay. So, we have fall, winter, spring, summer. Okay. So, we'll look at these up close as we go. Fall. In the fall, the weather gets cooler and the days become shorter. This means there is less sunlight and plants and trees begin to lose their chlorophyll, which is what gives them their green color. This causes leaves to change into shades like red, brown, yellow, and orange. Another name for fall is autumn. Fall comes before winter. Okay, so first we have fall. Fall is when we first start going back to school. It turns fall right away. In the fall, people wear warm clothes to protect their bodies against too cold temperatures. The weather in the fall is often windy and rainy, but it is possible to have frozen rain or even snow from time to time. Okay. We live in New Jersey. So most of the time in New Jersey, it gets cold, but we usually don't have snow yet. Sometimes, but most of the time we get the rain or maybe freezing rain. During the fall, farmers gather their crops before the freezing months of winter arrive. This is known as harvest. So, harvest is when the farmers gather their crops. Winter. Take a look at that picture, see what they're wearing. Okay, what the weather looks like. Winter. In the winter, the temperature is very cold or even freezing. In some places, it snows, and in other places, it rains. Plants and trees do not grow. They become dormant or sleep during the cold winter months. What type of activities do you think people participate in? So take a look at that tree. It doesn't grow in the winter. Okay, it's dormant. It's like in a sleeping time for trees. Okay, and other animals also sleep during the winter months as well. We live in New Jersey, and in New Jersey, when we have snow, it is usually in the winter time. Here are some activities people choose to do during the cold winter months. Did you think of any of these? Have you ever participated in any of these activities? Do you have a favorite winter activity? So here's some things they participate in. You might go skiing, snowboarding. That looks more like sledding, doesn't it? Snowball toss, ice skating, building a snowman, ice hockey. Right, so those are some things that people participate in. Winter. In the winter, people wear very warm clothes. Can you think of some types of clothes that people wear in the winter? Can you think of reasons why people choose to wear warm clothes during the winter months? So, what do you think? Why do you think they're wearing warm clothes in the winter months? What do we know about the temperature? It's very cold. So, hopefully, you came up with some outfits that you would wear in the very cold. Here are some examples of clothes people wear in the winter. People need to wear these types of clothes because it is usually very cold in the winter, and they need to keep their bodies nice and warm. So here's some things that they wear: a hat, mittens, socks, scarf, boots, coat. Helps keep them warm. Spring. Notice the change in picture. No snow anymore, right? Look what they're wearing. Rain gear. Flowers are starting to grow. In the spring, the weather begins to get warmer again. It does it does rain in the spring, and rain showers help plants and flowers sprout and grow. Okay, so there's spring. The temperature starts to go back up. It starts to get warmer. It does rain a lot in the spring, but that's what helps the flowers start to grow. In the spring, it can be warm some days and cooler other days. People often wear warm but light clothes in the spring and adjust their clothes to meet the weather conditions. People also begin to plant seeds and flowers. So, boys and girls, in the spring, it starts to get warmer, and you might find that it's cold in the morning, but by the afternoon, you start getting warmer, and you might want to take off maybe the sweatshirt that you wore in the morning and have short sleeves on. So as the spring goes on, it starts getting warmer and warmer, and people have to change how they're dressing to meet what kind of temperature it feels like that day. And again, a lot of times in the spring, it might feel different in the morning than in the afternoon. So people dress in layers. Like I usually wear a sweater with some short sleeves underneath. So by the afternoon, I can take my sweater off. Summer. In the summer, the weather is hot. The days in the summer are longer, which means there is more sunlight, which helps plants and trees grow. The weather is most often sunny, but in some places around the world, it can rain or even be cool. So it depends on where you live. Where we live in New Jersey, the summer is hot. Okay. When it's the summertime, it's hot. People usually dress for that hot weather. Always have our shorts, short sleeve shirts on. Okay. There's a lot more sunlight, we have more daylight, and it helps the plants and the trees to grow. In the summer, many people participate in outdoor activities. Can you think of any outdoor activities that people can engage in during the hot summer months? If you're having a hard time, think of what you do in the summer and of your favorite summer activity. So think about the things you see in this picture too. What are some things that people do during the summer? This word says vacation, play. In the summer, we do not have school, so it gives you more time to play. Where he's at, maybe you go to the beach, maybe you have a picnic or a barbecue. Maybe you like to go swimming at a pool. Here are some examples of activities people can engage in during the hot summer months. Did you name any of these activities? If you did, good for you. It means that you know some summer activities. So we have swimming, camping, riding a bicycle, fishing, boating. Right? Those are some activities that people like to do in the summer. And there's more than just this. So you might have named other activities. Maybe you just like eating ice pops in the summer. So let's review what we have learned today. Today we learned that there are 4 seasons in one year: fall, winter, spring, summer. Every season has specific characteristics that make it different than others. Some things that we have learned are that temperatures and weather conditions change from season to season, but some weather conditions can be seen at each season. Rain, for example, can be seen in the fall, winter, spring, and even summer. People wear different clothes during different seasons. People participate in different activities in different seasons. So with each season, it brings new clothing that we wear, and it brings different activities that we do. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this and learned something as we went through.